Ahkenaton and Freemasonry by Past Master Mchenry. In this blog post, I will explore the possible connections between the ancient Egyptian pharaoh Ahkenaton and the modern fraternity of Freemasonry. Ahkenaton, also known as Amenhotep IV, ruled Egypt from 1353 to 1336 BCE and is famous for introducing a radical religious reform that centered on the worship of a single god, Aten, the sun disk. He also changed his name from Amenhotep to Ahkenaton, meaning beneficial to Aten, and moved his capital from Thebes to a new city called Ahkenaton, today known as Amarna. Akhenaton's religious revolution has fascinated scholars and laypeople alike for centuries. Some have seen him as the first monotheist, or at least a precursor to the Abrahamic faiths of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Others have viewed him as a heretic, a tyrant, or a visionary. His artistic style, known as Amarna art, broke with the conventional norms of Egyptian art and depicted him and his family in a naturalistic and expressive way. His legacy was largely erased by his successors, who restored the traditional worship of the multiple gods and tried to erase his name and monuments from history. But what does Ahkenaton have to do with Freemasonry? Freemasonry is a fraternal organization that traces its origins to the medieval guilds of stonemasons. It has a system of degrees, rituals, symbols and moral teachings that are based on allegorical interpretations of biblical stories and historical events. Freemasonry also claims to have a secret knowledge that is transmitted only to its initiates. One of the most prominent symbols of Freemasonry is the square and compasses, which are used to measure and design buildings. There are several theories that link Ahkenaton to Freemasonry. One of them is that Ahkenaton was the founder of a secret society that preserved his monotheistic teachings and passed them on to Moses, who was allegedly raised in his court. This theory suggests that Moses incorporated some of Akhenaton's ideas into his own revelation of the one God, Yahweh, and that these ideas were later transmitted to King Solomon, who built the first temple in Jerusalem with the help of Hiram Abif, the legendary master builder of Freemasonry. According to this theory, Akhenaton's secret society survived throughout history and influenced various groups such as the Essenes, the Knights Templar, the Rosicrucians and eventually the Freemasons. Another theory is that Ahkenaton was himself a Freemason, or at least a proto-Freemason. This theory argues that Akhenaton's worship of Aten was not a monotheistic religion, but rather a symbolic representation of the universal principle of light, which is also the source of all knowledge and wisdom. According to this theory, Ahkenaton used the sun disk as a symbol of enlightenment and initiation, similar to how Freemasons use the blazing star or the all-seeing eye. This theory also suggests that Akhenaton's new city of Ahkenaton was designed according to sacred geometry and Masonic principles, and that it served as a temple and a school for his initiates. Both of these theories are based on speculation and conjecture, and there is no solid evidence to support them. They are also contradicted by historical facts and archaeological findings. For example, there is no proof that Moses was ever in Egypt or that he knew Ahkenaton personally. There is also no indication that Akhenaton's religion was anything but exclusive and intolerant of other gods and cults. Moreover, there is no trace of any secret society or Masonic influence in ancient Egypt or in the Near East before the medieval period. Therefore, it is more likely that Ahkenaton and Freemasonry are not directly related, but rather share some common themes and motifs that reflect universal human aspirations and values. Both Ahkenaton and Freemasonry emphasize the importance of light, knowledge, wisdom, harmony and brotherhood. Both also challenge the established order and seek to create a new vision of reality. Both also face opposition and persecution from those who cling to the old ways and fear change. In conclusion, Ahkenaton and Freemasonry are two fascinating phenomena that have captivated many minds throughout history. While they may not have a historical connection, they do have a symbolic one that can inspire us to seek our own light within. Let's get to the light.